Command Housing, Zimbabweanu, izindlu ebantwini.
In its place, new Zimbabwean flag rises as the 50th independent nation of Africa is born.
April 18, 1980 marked the beginning of a journey to improve the lives of the Zimbabwean people. In the first 2 decades, we were headed in the right direction until we experienced derailment that caused a lot of suffering and disdain for the people of Zimbabwe. Hope and focus was reborn through the well-deserved leadership of a strong, dependable leader who once again has regained the trust of the people to lead them into a new era of productivity, progression, and prosperity. His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, Comrade E.D. Mnangagwa, was the brains behind the mechanized intervention of agricultural solution, dubbed Command Agriculture, that helped provide a bumper harvest, rescinding Zimbabwe from the brink of hunger and chaos. This project was such an overwhelming success for our farmers and secured food security for our nation to a point that other countries have adopted our solutions and continue to carry case studies. With that in mind, the President and Government of Zimbabwe have assembled a dynamic and competitive team of both local and international building and land development professionals to tackle the housing crisis in our country. The Zimbabwean Constitution enshrines the right of everyone to have access to adequate housing and makes it incumbent upon the state to take reasonable legislative and other measures within its available resources to achieve the progressive realization of this right. In response to this constitutional imperative, the government of Zimbabwe has introduced Command Housing, which will provide the poor, low to medium income earners households access to adequate, quality and comfortable housing. Command Housing will also tackle clean water, sanitation and energy problems being faced by people today. Our green energy solutions will be drawn from abundantly available wind, solar, hydro and iridium resources using state-of-the-art technologies. This solution will set new minimum standards for both commercial and domestic energy products, improving privacy and sustainability by providing for the development of a range of social and economic facilities in housing projects. This project will maintain eco-friendly systems, encourage the planting of trees, and manage environmental impact to sustain green conservation. This project will also address infrastructure development, community and youth empowerment, ICT's enhancement and digitalization, indigenization, commercial marketing zones. These will allow for the marketing of local goods to be traded in top quality, clean and humane environments for families' social interaction, like Singapore and China. Economic growth will be accelerated significantly and will be felt in the next few months to come. What is the program about? One of the key lessons learned from our research in the review of Zimbabwe's housing sector is that, owing to a variety of reasons, low-income settlements continue to be located on the urban periphery without the provision of social and economic amenities. Hence, Command Housing, once launched, will facilitate the development of integrated human settlements in well-located areas that provide convenient access to urban amenities, including decent housing facilities. Roads will be widened and infrastructure will be improved to match global standards. This program also aims at creating social cohesion and providing social activity facilities to create a competitive modern-day society, including commercial, recreational, stands for public recreational use, for example parks and community facilities to promote youth clubs, talent discovery, social activities and much more. Sports academies. Sport tourism has the potential of contributing significantly to our fiscus. Therefore, new stadiums and training grounds of the highest quality will be built to improve our performance on the global arena. Schools and clinics. As well as residential stands for low, middle and high-income groups in partnership with municipalities. The land use and income group mix will be based on local planning and needs assessment. Housing is an integral element of a nation's economy. Its backward and forward linkages with other parts of the economy closely bond people's needs, demands and social processes with the supply of land, infrastructure, building materials, technology, labor and housing finance. These linkages allow housing to act as an important engine for sustainable development and poverty reduction in both society and the economy. Without a functioning housing sector, urban centers cannot be established or developed. A functioning housing sector offers appropriate, affordable housing and sustainable patterns of urbanization, which are critical for the future of our ever-urbanizing planet. Command Housing gives you the solution to that. Make the wisest choice today and be a house owner, no matter your profession. Command Housing, Zimbakwanu, Izindlu Ebantwini. Who is eligible for Command Housing? This program will benefit all Zimbabweans who have a Zimbabwean national ID, will sign a contract committing to pay monthly installments. Diaspora market. It's open to Zimbabweans living abroad who have a Zimbabwean national ID, will sign a contract committing to remit their monthly installments on time. In addition to the above, the following will also be catered for. Persons living with disabilities. Elderly persons who are able to pay monthly installments can apply for the Command Housing as they are previously marginalized. The Command Housing program will also benefit government institutions such as hospitals, thereby becoming the region's leading medical tourism destination because of the highly qualified doctors and nurses we already have. Housing for doctors and housing for nurses. Police stations. Housing for members of the police forces. This will improve the quality of life and social standing for officers, thus reducing the appetite for corruption and misconduct. Schools and universities. Houses for teachers and lecturers for both existing and brand new institutions in order to retain the highly sought after staff and professionals to retain our education legacy. Tertiary and university lodgings will be built to resolve the crisis of the lack of quality affordable accommodation facilities. Houses for the SME sectors, since they are the bedrock of our economy and to provide the dignity they deserve. Accommodation for the youth sector, an incubation center and facilities to help nurture the future of our country. Houses for women, to empower them as per the mandate of our government. Command Housing will provide housing for all civil servants, both in rural and urban areas, as we seek to uplift the quality of life for Zimbabweans all round. How it's run. A central Command Housing Center will be established in Harare. This office will house the digital information and logistics relay system together with a central closed-circuit television or video surveillance system, which will be monitoring the project 24/7, with active cameras watching up-to-the-minute progress of all building activities across Zimbabwe to see who is working and who is not. This office will coordinate activities between the headquarters and the coordinating and registration centers in all the 10 provinces. These 10 coordinating centers will also provide linkages with sub-centers and franchise holders in all districts for the smooth running and information gathering for Command Housing. This entire process will provide immediate employment in all the 10 provinces. How to access the program. Command Housing will have offices in all the 10 provinces of Zimbabwe. Visit the Command office today and register there or online on our various digital platforms. You can also access forms and information online. Applications are approved within 48 hours. Metbank is the lead arranger and project manager, and CBZ is the co-arranger. The municipality and other local players undertake all planning and project activities together with the international planning and architectural consultant. As a commitment to grow young businesses and SMEs, loans will be extended with a grace period to allow them to settle into this competitive business environment. Franchise. The franchise system will allow localized engagement and contribution in all the 10 provinces of our country. Each house built will support 250 industries, and each industry will support 250 products. This supply chain will empower both agents and partners through service provision and subcontracting in each of the 10 provinces. The franchise system will allow for local teams of between 5 and 10 people, or even more, to register for a franchise and participate in the building and furnishing of homes in each and every province. 250 franchise products have already been identified, and as an empowerment drive, participants will be trained at training centers available in all provinces. This will provide employment for the youth and SMEs. In line with the ICT policy and innovation drive recently launched by His Excellency, Zimbabwe will now have the capacity to train and equip our engineers, designers, developers, and creative minds to come up with local and global solutions. A Silicon Valley of sorts will be established in each province to cater for this drive. This indigenization program will be one of a kind, fully operational in each of the 10 provinces. Command Housing is a long-awaited housing solution for all Zimbabweans in all the 4 corners of the globe, designed to ensure quality housing provisions at the most affordable prices and in the shortest possible turnaround time. This project will immediately provide desperately needed employment for hundreds of thousands of Zimbabweans and will also demonstrate what a responsible and good government can achieve for its people. Command Housing is committed to closing the technology and progress gap Zimbabwe has suffered in the last 15 years and will produce the smartest and most digitally run metropolis in Africa. This project is the brainchild of the President of Zimbabwe, Comrade E.D. Mnangagwa.
It is my wish and vision that each and every Zimbabwean, locally and abroad, should own a house during my term as the President of the Republic of Zimbabwe. This shall be realized through the Command Housing Program.
Command Housing, Zimbabwe izindlu ebantwini.